in relation to Decentraland, and what, in your opinion, what do you think is the thing that has made Decentraland last and evolve as well as it has in comparison to spaces like Spatial, or we can't compare with platforms like Roblox in the same sense, right? But from your side of things, what do you think has made Decentraland so successful in what it does?
Honestly, I think it's the main reason that we're still able to exist is that we really do put the community and the longevity of the project first. As I mentioned, we are a nonprofit, so we don't have VCs backing us. We don't have a board that's telling us we have to maximize dollar output or anything. And so being able to listen to the community, understand what it is they're looking for, and really develop spaces that they are excited to be at. I think one of my favorite things to do in Decentraland is hang out at the fire pit, which is just like the communal hangout that anyone can join. And it was made by the foundation, but I think the idea that anyone can jump in, say hi, and then go to all these really incredible creations from the community, whether it's a game or a gallery, or just a
Well, when
party
I went to the
zone,
hospital,
is
I was
really, really
hearing
cool. When I
things.
think about a lot of
I'm
other
hearing them
places,
again.
there isn't the communal hangout. It's just you
High,
jump into
strange
one
scream.
particular experience or one particular game, then you leave and you jump into
What's that
another
sound
particular
like?
experience, another particular game. And I think having that like humanness and connection at the center has helped us really stay focused. I think there's a lot of pivots happening in this space, and unfortunately, a lot of worlds are shutting down, and that means a lot of people are losing that like virtual home and their virtual community, and that just breaks my heart in a world where loneliness is at the all-time high and people are looking for more outlets for their creativity. That idea that it could just disappear is so sad to me, and so I think those fundamental values of ensuring it's community driven, ensuring it's a place that will live beyond me working here, beyond the founders working here is really important. Um, so that's what I think like fundamentally makes it stay. And then the other reason it stays is 100% because the community decided they wanted it to stay. They keep it alive, they keep the events going, they fill the world with beautiful, fun things to do. And without the community builders and the event organizers and the producers and then the attendees, Decentraland wouldn't be what it is today. And so having such a generous and inspiring and creative group of people wanting it to succeed makes that happen.
Yeah, no, appreciate that. I think it's good. Humans want to connect with humans, right? People resonate with humans, and I think that is a really beautiful thing to protect and preserve and grow in the space. And I think you're doing an amazing job. I did have a follow-up question, and it was: has there ever been a wedding or a marriage in Decentraland?
Oh, yes. I don't know if you Google Taco Bell wedding in Switzerland, it was like a very hot, I want to say it was 2022. But yes, people did have a big wedding in Decentraland. Kind of all over the news for a while, but quite a celebration. I believe it was a group, a couple that had family kind of across the world, and they had streamed it in, had multiple people come. I don't know if anyone, Sinful, were you there? It was before my time, but I
I
think you
sure
were there,
was
right?
there.
Of
I
course you
sure
were.
was there. Yes, it was actually like somehow they did a collaboration with Taco Bell. So it was a Taco Bell sponsored or kind of ran wedding, and also they had
Hazel,
hired like a
great to
big
see you.
streamer on Twitch that like pulls a lot of views. Come and stream it
Let's
to
try
the
to
audience as well.
grab
It was pretty
as
awesome.
many
I have a nice suit from
balloons
it,
as
or that I
possible.
wore at it. And also, I want to add
Yep,
to
will
the
be.
marriage thing. I am currently married to UMac. I don't know how to. We don't know how to undo it. We just found the build one night, and we're like, oh, there's that.
That's brilliant. You'll have to find a divorce lawyer in Decentraland now to null and void it.
Oh, please, decentraland lawyer, I need you.
That is absolutely brilliant. That there's an experience of that caliber, but the fact you tried it out and accidentally got married. Well, if it was an accident, but either way, that's absolutely brilliant. I do see Zal's hand up, so I want to pull him in case he just so happens to be a divorce lawyer or anything of value, obviously. The conversations, is all dive in there, you legend.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But no, I actually have a question. My question always when I find a community or thing that I'm interested in is, as an involved individual, what's the best way to get involved? How do I check out the community and like if I'm like, yep, this sounds good, what's the next step? But I also have a very specific question on that, is that I know metaverses are notorious for streaming things, and we do different streams in different capacities. So what would the workflow be?
Slowly, steadily, better. I totally wish I could extend the time. Oh, I guess.
No, I love that. Thank you, Sinful. That was a real good breakdown. I had actually snagged the name earlier because Quan had sent it to me. So I have a name, and I've been invited to Make's event on Friday nights so many times, and I just like am always just so exhausted from the week that like by 9 p.m. I'm like ready to just watch TV and go to sleep. But with all this energy today, add it to the calendar. We're gonna make it. I'm excited. I appreciate all those awesome words, but yeah, I'm sure we can kick it over to Andy. If you had a question, then I'll ask another question, many more questions. But yeah, thanks. Perfect. Oh shit. Let's see if I can. Is this even going through? Yeah. So yeah, this just isn't working, huh? Let's mute the global audio and let me take this off.
Really kind of expanded since then.
That's awesome. I think there's a similar synergy between a lot of people's experiences and finding Decentraland right in 2020, 2022. COVID, online communities, growth, there's a lot of sort of gravitating towards virtual spaces, and I think it's great that people, most people in this spaces right now, have connected through virtual experiences and digital means. So the power of connection is still a necessity for us as human beings. So I think you're facilitating a really awesome space, advertising free, comms, just purely on the people and what we can create as individuals and share that with others. It's a beautiful space. So I just wanted to kind of send some flowers really in terms of what you built over there.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's funny coming from the advertising world. Like, my job was get people to buy, sell, everyone's, exchanging email lists, all of that, to then come to a space where it's like, open, free, give your code away, like, don't collect your user data, don't retarget, don't put ads. So it's got complete 180 from a lot of the stuff I've
growth of value over the last couple of months. Crazy to think, but it's nice that you have a space where none of that exists, and like you said before, the traversal between different experiences, and you can hop in and out, and it doesn't feel like this gamified loop. So yeah, well, props to you. I did have one follow-up question, and then I'll shut up because I'm a hardy bugger. It was in relation to regulation, right? So a lot of online spaces and a lot of online experiences are subject to regulation globally. There being different factions, different requirements, and different compliance levels needed across the board. And I just wondered if you were able to touch on some of that in relation to decentraland and how that online space is a protected, guarded space, whether it's self-moderated or what's your approach to those kind of things?
That's a great question, and honestly, a very nuanced one. We are a space for adults, which allows a little bit more leniency on the moderation side. So please don't bring like 8-year-olds into Decentraland. It is 16 plus per our terms of service. Most people are 20s, 30s. I've met people 50s, hanging out in Decentraland. And I think it's kind of nice to keep a place that's just for adults, like where you're coming, you're hanging out, there's people you can relate to, there's peers, versus, jumping in and it's a bunch of little bros yelling stuff at you that are completely irrelevant. Like, we're having adult conversations. People are debating decentralization. They're talking about their kids. Like, it's a place where adult connection happens. That is one differentiator that I do want to make very clear is, like, we are for adults. I think with that, there is a little bit less need of some of the stricter regulations other platforms have. As I've mentioned, Decentraland is very open. It is community oriented, and we try not to censor as much as possible. The only censorship that would be, or it's not even censorship, but the only control we take is if someone is ruining the experience for other people. So there are bans you could also block. So if someone is ruining your personal experience, you could block them. If someone is ruining the experience for everyone, there can be a formal ban that does take place. But generally, we try to leave it pretty open to creativity, to artistry, and to what the community is interested in. I know there are a lot of places that are very censored in terms of the type of content that can be built, and we try not to do that.
Thank you for that. That's really good. Nice to get it framed like that, so appreciate it. Yeah, I'll shut up now.
No, fantastic questions, Andy. You are an absolute ultra genius in many ways and super gifted, and always had a phenomenal vision of this space and games and art and creativity. So I appreciate your line of questions, because these are the answers and these are the conversations that really do help contribute towards helping people find home in this space and answers to questions. And brilliant answers as well, by the way, Kim. So thank you so much for answering them so amazingly well. But yeah, it's an awesome conversation to be able to have, to kind of learn more about these environments. And massive shout out as well to legends like Zol for the events that he puts on, the people he brings together, the live streams that he hosts. Same with Sinful, Quan, and Angry Andy, and Meta DJ, who we'll definitely introduce in just a moment, and all you amazing communities that utilise these environments and create these experiences. But more importantly, one thing you guys all have in common, there's a multitude, but one of the things I just wanted to mention is the willingness you all have to help people understand, ask questions, create a place of comfortability to have these open discussions, and your willingness to teach people. There's no gatekeeping, there's no division. It's just, let's help each other, let's create these amazing environments, and let's just enjoy the space for exactly what it's intended for. So I just wanted to say that. But yeah, Kim, you dive straight in there.
Yeah, I had something else I was going to say, but I wanted to follow up on this just now. I was on a call with
are going to look into that more, definitely. So if there's any posts that you've made that we could pin to the top, do let me know. Sorry, Sinful, go on.
I was going to ask that if I could pin it up to the Jumbotron.
Absolutely. You do whatever you want to do. Honestly, you want to pin stuff, bring people up. You are most welcome, sir.
Alrighty then. Yeah, it is up there. There's the information within that X article. You'll see all the information you need to know, at least to get started, and then the cash prizes, which, I mean, first place is pretty hefty. Like, I'm seeing $3,000 in mana, second place 2,000, and third place 1,500. I mean, there's also juicy fourth and fifth place mana prizes, but I mean, those are just highlights right there. So definitely, if you are a builder, or if you just want to build, I highly encourage joining this as like kind of like a way to get started within your building journey, at least in Decentraland. There are, as I mentioned earlier, there are AI capabilities within the Creator Hub, so you could integrate your cursor, or you could, you could use it up to a limit for free, so you can vibe code your scene and then add the assets as you go. So yeah, lots of fun.
No, well, that's incredible. Well, thank you for giving us information on that and updating us on that as well, and appreciate anything that you put at the top as well. I do see we have some hands up, so we'll definitely get the hands, and then we'll introduce a few of the legends that came up on the stage as well, so we can say hello to them. And I think it was Doglin's Meta DJ, Make, and then Candy, but Candy has a hand up, and she's one of the Wonder Women of the Web3 world. So Candy, happy Friday. Thank you for being here, and you dive in.
Happy Friday. Yeah, happy Floral Friday. I know Zal's got his floral on. Yeah, no, Switzerland is awesome. I came in Web3 February 2022, and you know how like when you're first introduced to Web3, like they're like, oh, it's the metaverse, it's Web3, and you think you're gonna like enter some new like internet or something, like something's gonna happen, like you're gonna enter this new Web3 world all of a sudden. And I remember thinking like, do I just jump into this metaverse place or what? So I started following your newsletter right away, and I kept up with that a lot up until my inbox was just flooded with newsletters. Not from you, but with the whole Web3 for following everybody's. But yeah, you guys have always done some really cool stuff in there. And I've always like kept an eye on it. And then now Quan's been in the Windwars community, and we've streamed into Warehouse a couple times, or a few times. And yeah, we want to do more there. So you said you can get a name, and you don't have to like buy a plot of land. You can build a world just on the name. And then I Yes. just wanted to make sure that was right. And then
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then he was saying that there's like a Decentraland studio where you can build that, or where do you do the building for it?
Sure.
In the
Yeah.
wearable?
So for the name, when you buy a name, which I forget the conversion right now, it's probably like $40, I think, USD, which is significantly cheaper than land. So that'll give you a bunch of things. It'll give you a world that you can build on. It'll give you like the nice check mark in Decentraland so that you're like an official citizen, all of that. So you don't have numbers after your name and you look like really official. It'll also give you some voting power in the DAO, so you can continue to contribute to the community and the longevity of the project. And then regarding building, so we have the Creator Hub, which is a separate download, but that is the place to do most of your building in Decentraland. So I would start there. Sinful, were you referencing somewhere else in regard to studio building?
No, the Creator Hub. That is exactly, and that would be for building your scenes, your land.
Well, that's unfortunate. This is my phone.
Your name, and also names are actually a bit more cost effective. They're actually, I'm looking at the conversion, $6.37 for a name. Ignore me. Yes. So very reasonably priced today. Yep. I mean, I've been buying names since they were $500 a name. So like, get in now because this is a people screen share in decentraland. Well, yes, like if you're hosting something on a screen, so yeah, like if we were all in the room here and I wanted to share my screen and Zal wanted to share his screen, so we could like see what we're building. From there, you'll have to do a little playing around. Like for example, you could use maybe a Discord there to bring up the different views from everyone. But couldn't you? What? I haven't tried this simple, but could you use Cast with 2 admins? I have not used the Cast yet. I like all my streaming that I've done for Decentraland has been through OBS. You point the OBS to your to the server, whether you're using. Oh yeah, another piece of context, everyone. Decentraland also offers a server that you could use for up to 3 hours, 3-hour events. I believe it's daily. So there is that before. So if you don't have any server knowledge or don't have the means to pay for it because that's an extra cost in Web3 to tell you the truth, then you could also use that. And yes, you use it through OBS. So if you are familiar with OBS, you can kind of like play around with the screen and get what you need on there. Okay, cool. Yeah, Candy, we have like almost 24/7 support in the Discord. So if there's a challenge you run into, you can talk to the team there and they can give you all of the options for how you can work around it. Cast, I haven't tried to do multiple people screen sharing at the same time, but I feel like it's possible somehow. So we just got to talk to the team. They know all the little nuances in the developer side that I don't. No, that's awesome. I was just wondering, we kind of started this thing in Stilo World and Spatial for a little while, and I called it Vibe Code Cafe, and it was kind of like we were all hanging out, like kind of building on our own laptop next to each other, but like you said, like you still gotta kind of project the different screen shares and kind of like get the couple of different spots, kind of figure it out. But I'm sure, I love solving problems like that, so I'm sure we can figure that out. Yeah, if you're a spatial builder, I'm sure you have the skill set. Yeah, well, Stilo built that one. That one is really awesome. But I do want to build a Waveworks one, with the chart lighting side and like 2 stages. Yeah. I can't wait to see it. And then, are you guys in? My son, he always plays like the MetaQuest. Are you guys in
That's cool.
And I do have to just jump for, like I mentioned, a kiddo pickup, but all of you continue to have conversations, and Sinful and the rest of the Decentraland community members are highly capable of answering any questions. They'll probably do an even better job than I would. But thank you for having me. I really appreciate everyone taking the time to ask questions.
Thank you, Kim. That's super awesome. Really great responses to questions we've got here. So, yeah, appreciate everybody listening. You go do your pickup.
Thanks for coming, Kim. DJ, let's introduce you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Let's dive through the legends that have come on the stage. Met a DJ, legend. Happy Friday, my friend. How are we doing?
Hey everyone. Man, it's been a minute and a half or two going beyond. But it's so good to see a bunch of OGs in the house. Still building. Because look what passion does, right? We just keep going. So great to hop in. Shout out to Z. Thanks for encouraging me to portal in here. Bye. So great to see you. Always enjoy our discussions. Great to see the Decentraland fam. Getting just to even hear the voices of a few of the leaders in this space is very comforting. We talk about connection throughout this space, and Decentraland was really like the catalyst to my metaverse journey. I mean, I've been a DJ for over 10 years, and I know I've shared my story with you, Lewis, but just tying into Decentraland, it made me see like what would be possible, like not just within the platform Decentraland, because I do believe in a multi-meta, right? And I know a lot of people in the Decentraland community are like that as well. But it really just showed all the core principles that make the metaverse special. It enabled me to meet a bunch of new friends from all over the world. It helped me move forward in my career as a DJ and create these immersive virtual experiences, but also now augmented in person. And got to do residencies and many performances and be one of the headliners for the music festival this past year, which was just amazing. So when I think about Decentraland, yeah, it's a small, tight community that is just hanging in there as like, yeah, a lot of projects going down, there's a lot of things shaking up on the industry space, but you really got to commend what the Decentraland community and teams doing. The fact that it's still there, shipping stuff, mobile app, let's go. I think that's a huge deal because most people are on their mobile devices, and it really opens the door for new community members to come in. And the last thing I want to say, since we've been talking about connection, is that I really feel like there's a misconception about the metaverse, especially when it comes to like performances, live events, experiences, music. There's a growing collection of people that are getting interested in it, especially those that like play Fortnite, right? And Travis Scott and a few others performing. And you have those moments, but the idea of, oh, this is something I'm going to do every Friday night, right? And go to the Meta Beast party or anything in between is still kind of a novelty to many. And they like would say, hey, I'd rather do it in person. And what I tend to shed light on is the metaverse is just the evolution of the internet, and it's a way that we can connect, because in the end, like, we just want to feel good. So whether that's in a physical environment.
Sorry, I'll be right back. I gotta leave it in the ear. I guess I gotta turn this on. I'm just gonna turn this off. We'll come back.